way how the query segment works. We will be actually shooting live queries that come in from our viewers, and you will need to give either a fundamental take or the technical take based on their time horizon. So let me get going. With the query segment. And the first query that we've got is from Arvind, and he wants to know about CAMS and HDFC AMC. He's saying that both of these counters seem to be on a downward fall right now. So he wants to know about both of these counters, either CAMS or HDFC AMC. Avinash, what's your take on these counters? No doubt they've been seeing a sharp decline of late. Do you think that it makes sense for Arvind to look at these counters and stay put with his holding if he already has some sort of an exposure?
Yeah, Cheryl, I think as far as CAMS is concerned, I think it is a market monopoly. In fact, it's a company which basically is a registrar for all the mutual funds in India and controls about 75% of the market. So I think, if the investor has got a time horizon of at least 18 to 24 months, I think he should hold on, considering the fact that this is an annuity kind of business. And looking at the kind of growth in SIPs in the mutual fund basket, this stock will definitely do well. There is a near-term kind of short-term underperformance in the stock. But my sense is that SIPs as a percentage of the total mutual fund basket are going to grow. And this is definitely going to benefit a company like CAMS because there's hardly any competition for them. And that is the main reason the markets are willing enough to wait patiently as the long-term story remains intact. And as far as HDFC AMC is concerned, I think there's quite a lot of underperformance from this company, considering that a lot of SIPs have closed down. Secondly, markets have been very volatile. But my sense is that HDFC AMC has a very profitable business model. It enjoys a very asset-light business, and most importantly, when markets boom and when flows increase, the business definitely flourishes significantly. So I think somebody who's got a position in HDFC AMC should at least take a 2 to 3 year kind of time horizon, because these stocks are not going to be attractive on a 1 year rolling basis. So I would believe that if the investor has got a 2 to 3 year kind of time frame, then he should hold on. He could definitely expect a significant upside here, considering the fact that it's a market leader and the opportunity to grow in the next 2 to 3 years is quite significant. So I would suggest please hold on to both the shares, provided your view is medium to long term. Yeah, I think, Cheryl, one can definitely look at it from a longer term perspective. I believe that this kind of crack in the share price is a short term phenomenon. The company has a very strong balance sheet, a very good business model, and hopefully FY23 should be a lot better. So I think definitely he should acquire more and look at least the next 12 to 18 months for a fairly good amount of risk reward, from the current price level.
All right, this one is from Harsh Ranjan, and he's saying that he's a value investor and he's invested in Mahanagar Gas at the levels of 860 rupees per share for 5 years. He wants to know the view on valuations. Avinash, could you shed some light on Mahanagar Gas? Harsh is a value investor.
Yeah, I think, Cheryl, Mahanagar Gas is one of the cheapest, city gas distribution stocks if one compares it to Gujarat Gas or Indraprastha Gas. And the best part is it's a net cash company, virtually no debt on the books, a very steady business. And in fact, previous couple of months back, they've taken a price increase. I would not be surprised that margins could see a significant increase. And despite the fact that there are many new players now likely to enter the city gas distribution segment, the best part is this is a 25-year-old company, so assets are fully depreciated. And I think, if one has the patience, one could see levels of again 1,050, 1,100 in the next 18 odd months. So I think it's a good bet for the longer term and a very steady business. So definitely one can look at buying at the current time.
Okay, Avinash, interesting question coming in next from Romil Shah. Asking about GMR Infra, now trading as a pure play airports business on the exchanges. Would you say that it's a good bet for the long term, something that you can get into right now?
Alex, I think, if you have a 2 year plus kind of horizon, then definitely the airport business is a very good opportunity, because my sense is that this is going to be like a monopoly business. And obviously this business has got very high entry barriers, very solid EBITDA margins. And once this business is focused and independent, then I think you're going to see a lot of interest coming in from a lot of institutional as well as FI investors. So I think if you have a time frame of at least 2 years plus, then I think it would definitely make sense to get into this business, because very few companies could possibly get into this business, and this business growth has got tremendous scalability forward. So yes, from a longer term perspective, one can accumulate this stock.
All right, this one is from Lalita Kumari, is holding SBI cards at the level of 900 rupees per share, saying that she can hold on for more 8 years. Can't do averaging, so should I sell or hold? What's your take coming in on this one, Avinash? SBI cards, do you think that it makes sense for Lalita Kumari to hold on to this particular counter? No doubt they will be reporting their Q3 earnings later today as well.
My guess is that with the rise in the UPI segment, there is a kind of a uncertainty which is floating around, considering that whether credit cards as a segment could get impacted. But I think somebody who's looking at the next 2 to 3 years horizon definitely stay invested here. Our sense is that this is one of the subsidiaries of SBI, and definitely because of that, it has a very strong parentage, a very good geographical network. So I think only if you have a 2 to 3 year kind of time frame, please hold on, because in the near term challenges will come. New fintech startups as well as UPI transactions have made credit cards slightly unattractive, but longer term this business would definitely survive. So I would suggest the investor to hold on. Please be patient, and longer term, definitely the stock will reward you. I think, Alex, as far as Zomato is concerned, I think it is a startup, and I don't think within 1 year one could expect a significant kind of re-rating or an upside here. I think unless the investor has got a time frame of at least 2 to 3 years, this price may not look attractive, because the markets would definitely now look at operating profitability more closely, because most of these companies are trading on price to sales, what revenue they generate. So I would believe that if the time frame is longer, then it's worthwhile to put your money now, at least a 2 to 3 year horizon. Within 1 year, I'm not sure whether one could expect a decent upside here.
I will take the first question to you, Avinash. Sundaram Fasteners is the name of the counter. This, I believe, is an auto anch play. We've got a question coming in from Krishnan. Would you suggest a fresh entry?
I would prefer a hold, and fresh buying should be advised only at lower levels. So buy on declines would be the strategy.
All right, this one is coming in from Natarajan Ramesh, wants to know that whether he can enter Galaxy Surfactant at current levels. His time horizon is 1 year. What's your take, Avinash?
I think clearly, current levels offer a reasonable risk reward. So I think he can buy in small quantities and keep a time frame of at least 12 to 15 odd. I would believe that, as far as the tire space is concerned, I think it's better to bet on Apollo tires. MRF seems to be quite expensive, and I think the risk reward in Apollo tires is much better than MRF.
All right, this next one is from coming in from he's not actually mentioned his name. He wants to know what should he do with Wipro stocks. He's already in 17% loss. What should he do, Avinash?
I would believe that if the time horizon is at least a year, then I think he should hold on, because 5G is going to be a big opportunity. So I would prefer that he holds on, don't book a loss as of